Good afternoon, TNT Super Fantastic family. Today is Hump Day, Wednesday, January 30, 2019. Yours truly, Raymond 98 here, along with.
Good morning, TNT. How you guys doing today? We're a little late, so we might run out of time. A lot of stuff to go over. So no joking today, no playing, no getting cute. No, I'm just joking. We're going to do all that. We're going to have a good time. But today is the day that you've truly been waiting for. Well, for most of you, it'll be tomorrow, but for some of you, it will be today. All right, Ray, what are we doing?
All right, we have some early morning updates that went out. Iraq TV is rampant with messages, statements, allegations, and etc. Number one, CBI Governor Alak informing the citizens that the reason for the delays is to increase the environment of the private sector. Number two, Cleric Sadar calling for Alak's dismissal from the CBI and referencing close ties to Maliki. Number three, Prime Minister Mahdi threatens those who stole several billion dinar with publicly revealing their names and being prosecuted if the currency is not returned within 1 week. And then number four, Alak is again on TV, adding that the delay is also attributed to the concerns over the cabinet selections. A lot of left hand stuff. What's the right hand doing? Right, Tony?
Hold on for a sec. Okay, guys, we're still working it. I got an echo.
Wonder what caused that.
All right, so
I hear it too, a little.
All right, we're just going to skip to the chase, guys. RV was supposed to be today or tomorrow. The codes were out on, were released on Monday. Banks were authorized to start, and they did start. Over there, they were doing the contractors. They had 50, 60 of them in. They had 2,000 queued up to go. So they are doing the contractors. They do want all this to be completed by Friday. I mean, as far as the transfer and everything. We're getting some different stuff on how it's supposed to work and how they want it to work. So I already told them I'm not going to tell you guys everything because a lot of it didn't make sense to me, and I don't want to be that confusing. I want to see what's going to happen instead of putting everything out that we were just told. And then they said, well, it's a moving target, and banks get to do this or that, and they get to choose how they want to do it, and which is the reality. But I don't want to confuse everybody with all of that. I want to just see when it goes live. It is live. So I'll tell you, it is live. Banks are paying out right now. They have been. I just got off the phone with somebody. Just got paid this morning. Got paid $443. He just took the offer. There was no dilly-dallying. And that's what he told me, just go in the bank, just take what they give you. Because they're just giving it to you and just go. So he got $443 this morning, cash deal. But the banks are calling people in. So it was explained to us a few minutes ago that they were calling people in who they knew had it or who had it in the bank already, which is in their safe deposit box or something like that. Anyway, the bank has a list that they're going down, and they said they wanted to go through their list first. So they've been going through their list since Tuesday. And they're trying to speed it up a little bit and get all the largest holders out, and then their own holders out was what they were going to try and do. After that, we're just going to see what happens tomorrow, okay, when this thing opens up to the general public. So this is what I know. By Friday morning, the rate is supposed to be international and may not be seen on Forex until Monday. But Friday is supposed to be out there. Now, we initially going to tell you guys they got articles out today. Dinar wants a lot to be removed and somebody else put it in, which may be true. But they put out articles this morning saying that they haven't done the RV because the government was completed, because they wanted more time for the private market to build up everything. It's all bullshit. The RV is going on right now, and it will be public. But it's just like, China did, the president died, Kuwait did. Hey, we're not going to revalue our money, and they revalued that same day. They're putting out articles right now saying it's going to be another 30 days when it, in fact, is going on right now, right this moment. They're already exchanging people. So that's the good part. The bad part is I don't like it, and you guys are going to have to go see, because they're saying now these guys didn't get the contract rate because the bank told him there was no contract rate. Now, the guy we just talked to and who explained things to us told us they've used up the contract rates. They've given them out to who they want to have them. And I said, well, in that case, they're going to have a problem if they, in fact, did that. But we're going to go to the bank and see for ourselves. And we're going to document it and track it, if there is or is there not the actual contract rates out there. And I'm sure once it goes live, we'll be told. Supposedly, now I don't know it for a fact yet, but the last two administrations have wanted to give us the contract rate. And he told me 10 minutes ago that this administration said they don't care what they said, they're not going to do it because they don't care. So they've decided that we shouldn't have the contract rates. Is how it was explained to me now. But we'll wait and see. I'm going to say then they're going to have a problem. And we'll do what we have to do after that, if that in case, it is true. But supposing that has been a decision that this administration made that we don't need or we don't get the contract rates because they've given them out to the people they want to have them. So I'm not down about the rate will still go up. Like I said, it's 443 this morning, but he just got paid. We'll watch Forex, because we know what to do if we don't get the contract rate. Watch the market, get the higher rate that we can. And then, after we've gotten enough people paid, got their money secured, then we'll see what happens with us not getting our contract rate, if that's the way it truly goes. All right. But the good thing is, it is here. We should see it live at least by Friday morning. It's supposed to happen by tomorrow, which means it would happen by midnight tonight. And I'm saying Friday morning because this want to be, definitely they want to be paying their people on the 1st, because they said by the 2nd. But he just told us they're supposed to go in effect on the 1st, which is Friday. So if it's going to be on Thursday, it should. They tried to do it midnight last night. It didn't happen. But they are doing exchanges. And they're doing them at what's called a static rate. So everybody's getting paid the exact same thing, which is just the way they wanted it, so they didn't have to negotiate. Because once it hits 4X, they're going to have to go with 4X. But right now, they're just going with that. He thought, I didn't ask him, that the Dawn was going at between 132 and 137, is what he said. The banks gave us up to 2. I'm still waiting to get something else from the bank. I'm still waiting for that, what they have right this moment. And I did get that transaction this morning, but I only got the Dinar rate. Let me see, can I get us the Dong rate real quick? Maybe I can text him and he can hit us back real quick. Let me see.
On the Dong?
Yeah, I mean, what rate he got this morning when he did his transaction?
Oh, okay.
Not what rate he told us. Yeah. So got a little excited. I'm like, shit. At least we know it's going through, and they have started. That part we know. All right. So what I did was we talked to our committee member. He gave us a bunch of information, and again, some of it I told him I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to say that, and I'm not going to tell him that. And he said, well, some stuff I'm just telling you so you'll know. I'm like, okay, because I'm not going to say that because I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do that. Even though I probably tell you too much already because I wanted to wait and see really about the contract rates. I
thought that's the part that you were not going to say. Anyway.
I don't know. Anyway, I got frustrated because it pissed me off.
Yeah, I could tell.
But anyway, because the bank still said they were doing the contract rate. But after I got through talking to them, I talked to the guy who did the transaction, and he said they told him there was no contract rate. I'm like, that's some shit. Because he just said that, and this guy just did his transaction, and they told him there was no such thing as a contract rate. And I just want to say I know for a fact there's contract rates, but our committee guy said this administration took them away for us to decided that we weren't going to get what President Bush, President Obama said we were allowed to have. They decided we're not allowed to have that. And that's pissing me off right this minute during this call. So it's kind of breaking my concentration the more I think about it. And the fact that he just said
let me get frustrated so I can tell some stuff then.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just kidding.
And I want to verify it with some other of our bankers first, which I didn't have time to do. I just got hold of one, and I was lucky. The one I got hold of did the transaction, so it was okay. All right, that's basically where we're at. Let me see. I don't know what else, KB. We was on the phone for like 45 minutes. Going through everything, going through when they expected, why they did it, the way they did. Banks were given actually authorization not Tuesday but Monday, and they could decide when they wanted to go, but they had to go by tomorrow. So they were supposed to be started tomorrow, so they waited for the last day to do it. Again, it wasn't midnight last night, so I expected at midnight tonight. Because I told you guys I don't ever expect it in the middle of the day. But, he told me that the markets were already trading at the new rate. So it could go at any time because that was my concern, markets getting caught in transactions. And he said they already converted theirs over. So they're already using it. So with that being said, it could go at any time. And now we know the banks are already calling people in. 443 is the rate they're using. So some of you could get the call today. It's people who are on their list they've been doing business with. They will. I'm going to call some banks as soon as we hang up because we have 5, 6 states. Now, I know the guy who exchanged today, on Monday, today is Wednesday, right? Yeah. On Monday after the call, he said, hey, he called me, he said, bring my currency, bring all my currency, bring all my receipts, even though don't think you'll need them, bring all of them, and we're going to do the exchange on Wednesday or Thursday. And he did his exchange at 7 o'clock this morning. So, and they're calling people in slowly but surely. And at some time the dam's going to break, and it's going to be available to everybody, which I think is as soon as it hits 4X and we can all see it, because then they can't stop anybody from coming in. So we'll see what happens from there. Unfortunately, I got calls to make after the call to get the other updated information. We're getting another call back from our committee member because I asked them some pointed questions to make sure. They're doing another call this afternoon, and we're supposed to get a call back after that to answer some of my questions that I had before I could explain things to you guys or even say what's the next move. I wanted to try and get some of those questions answered first. So that's why I said I'm not going to tell you everything, but enough to know that people are getting paid right at this moment. Now, he said they were getting paid in 2 states that he knew of, which was
don't say it.
North Carolina. Oh, okay. Which was Reno. Oh, wait, hold on. Which was Midwest. So there's a couple of them for sure that we know of, a couple of them for sure that he mentioned that are in fact paying. And again, I'm checking with some more bankers to see if they've been authorized that this morning. So waiting for some feedback because that's what they're supposed to be doing. Now, the other call was the banker simply said, just get all your stuff together. The next time I call you, I need you to get here. And I'm getting ready to call you because it's done. It's going live this time. So it's trickling down to different banks because those are different banks at different levels. They're going to give them a start time, whether it's this afternoon or it's tomorrow, even though at least one bank has started already. And no, I can't tell you guys the bank because they probably get 1 million phone calls right now. And everybody doesn't know. They're just going off of their own list at this moment. But they're going to have to release it sooner or later. So what they're doing right now is they have a authorization code that they're putting into the screen that releases the actual payout. So they have what's called what are we calling it on the screen?
Override.
Well, they have an override code, but I mean the one that's showing on the screen. Oh, placeholder. So there's a placeholder rate, and those who have it put in the override code, which they've been given, and when they get put in the override code, then the actual rate comes up that they should be exchanging you at. Okay. So.
And we won't be seeing that on the internet right now. Wanted to make sure they understand.
We won't be seeing. They actually have to put the code in. So until it's actually released. So with the them, and we're going to check. Supposedly to them, the them is on the screen, but they're saying it's for them that's 2016 or newer, not the notes we have. 2016 or newer is what they're saying the way it's supposed to be set up. The bank is telling us right now that they're taking the AA 2008 trillion notes that we have, because that's the only notes that are in the U.S. That's it. They said they're the only ones that are in the U.S. None of those other notes are in the U.S. So why is it on the screen? Makes sense. So this is what we've been told. If a bank does take that note and it's not correct, then they're going to have to eat that, is what we were told this morning. If you go into a bank and they take it, they're going to have to eat that, is what we were told. Now, Secret Service didn't tell me that. A committee member told me that. But he said, because they're supposed to send those notes for verification before they pay out. So if they pay out first, then that's on them. According to, now this information I'm telling you guys is coming from a committee member and a Pentagon member. all this information is where it's coming to me from. Okay? So we're just going to play it by ear. That's why it's important when you go do your transaction, come back to the boards, share the information, to see what's going on. If we got to do something with this administration to show them what we did with the last administration, might be what we have to do. So keep your documents, stay tight, and maybe we have to do what we have to do. I'm just not sure right at this moment because it pisses me off with them telling me that today. And with the guy already doing this transaction and where he went to, they told him there was no contract rates, which is bullshit. Because I know people already got paid.
You need to stop thinking about that.
Yeah, that's pissing me off.
Let me take over for about 5 minutes on how you cool it off.
Yeah, go ahead. That's pissing me off. Ooh.
Okay.
Woo. All right, I'm ready. Let's do some questions.
Okay. I'm not letting it affect me, Tony, because I don't believe it. I don't believe it yet. Now, when I start believing it, I'll probably get as hot as you are. But, all right, questions on the board. Sexy Chocolate says, come back here, screen. If we are waiting on the banking people for the 800 number so we can start exchanging, do we still have to wait on CBI to get it together with their delays? I think we addressed that in the opening statements. Let me go to the next one. Idaho, USA says, this is from Eagle Eyes. Question involves gifting. Number one, since recent reports are that this may be or is a non-taxable event, does the non-taxable apply also to currency we've gifted? Yes. Number two, if we were to gift to someone today, does the short-term or long-term capital gains tax apply to them? Go back to question number one. If it's not taxable, then there's no short-term or long-term anything. It's non-taxable. Now, if it is taxable, then that question would be one of consideration. But I couldn't answer it for you. Number three says, will revenues realized by giftees via currency exchange be taxable as unearned income? Well, if it's non-taxable, it's non-taxable. If it is going to be taxable, we'll have to wait to see what category they're putting it in as unearned income, capital gains, or whatever the case may be. Any comment on that, Tony? No, you cooling off. Don't say anything yet. I don't want to interrupt the cooling process. All right, seriously though. Did you want to say anything on that?
Yeah, call the IRS.
Oh, okay.
Right after this happens. Ain't nothing you can do about it now anyway, so you might well find out from them. Okay.
All right. Nicole 19 says, after the RV, how much do you expect the dinar to increase, and how long do you expect this to take? A week? A month?
Okay.
Well, based on some of the information we just got earlier, let's see what you're going to say. Go ahead.
I'm going to say based on, what Ray just said. Now, he thinks it's only going to go up, 10 or 12 cents up here, and they're trying to hold it like that, maybe because of that. But I know when the hedge funds and everybody else hear about it now, they may not hear about it until Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. It may not hit the market like that until it hits 4X. But when that happens, I think we'll see a noticeable difference in a rise and everybody trying to jump in there. And it'll go up just like Kuwait did, $8, $10, within the 10-day period of time, come back and settle down right where they wanted at, which is $3 and something, or the $4 like you got today, depending on what the price of oil is. But I do think investors and funds have been waiting for this. They didn't believe it. And when everybody sees that it actually happens, they're going to jump on it because they know what's going to really happen in that country. And it's going to be like any IPO or brand new currency. They're going to make a run at it. and hopefully you can be part of that run. All right, that's what I was going to say. What you going to say?
Well, that's pretty much that. But no, what are you thinking about this possibility of Forex being weeks out before it even shows up? That we could be privately exchanging for several weeks.
I don't think that. So that was the part I wasn't going to say. But
okay, scratch that. Forget that, everybody. I didn't say anything. Yeah. Let's go. We're going to the next person.
I don't like that scenario. I can't see that. That's bullshit.
But
anyway,
but if it holds out,
all right.
Though,
since Ray brought it
strategy.
Up,
if it holds out, we'll need to implement a strategy for the best of us, or at least I do, on how to wade through that. Well, let's just wait till this evening. They said they're going to give us some more information, and we'll have time to talk about it.
We might have to do another call tomorrow, guys. I mean, just because it was so much crookedness going on right here at the last moment that it's almost unbelievable what they're trying to do. I just can't believe it. But anyway.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's go to something else.
All right. Annie O, I have been hearing that if we have Zim, we will be under capital restraints until whenever the banks think we can handle the money or work with a humanitarian team. What do you know, if any, about that?
Guys, that's just a bunch of bull. How is, listen, these guys are putting it out. You got to prove to him you have a plan. You got to make him believe you know what you're doing. You're talking to a guy that's sitting there that's making $15 an hour, $10 an hour. He's doing an exchange. And he's supposed to make a decision about whether you know what you're doing with your money. He don't have a plan, or he wouldn't be sitting across from you. But he's supposed to decide if your plan is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, who does that make sense to? You got to go in the bank and show him this and show him. He's never even seen a plan, or he wouldn't be sitting down there at the teller doing what he's doing if he saw a business plan and knew how it worked. But he's going to make the decision for you at that time whether you get Zim or you don't get Zim, whether you get the contract rate or don't get the contract rate. It makes sense to absolutely no one. No one. So, no, it's not a requirement for you to go in there with a working plan in order to exchange your Zim. He's not going to make a decision based on that. Now, they may be making a decision based on how much you have, like they said, but not based on that. And while I'm talking about that, supposedly there are no more limitations at all, is what they're now telling us. After you get over amount, well, that's the part you didn't want me to tell you. So anyway, all right, but there's no limitations. So we're gonna wait for that other part till after this evening's phone call. All right, go ahead.
There's a couple of Zim questions I'm going to just skip because we've addressed the Zim now, and to that effect. So Sunstar says, number one, any news from your store vendors in Iraq and the USA that you can share?
No, and they won't know until I think Friday or Saturday when they get paid, whatever day it is, the first or second. Once they start getting paid, it's supposed to change. And I did ask about that because I said, how are they going to hide it? Because supposedly they're going to continue hiding this. If they're going to pay them at the new rate and everything in the market is at the old rate, so that don't make sense, that they're able to hide it that long. They have to change the whole rate. If a guy gets paid, he's been getting paid 1,000 dinar, let's just say, because I'm making the numbers easy. 1,000 dinar is not even $1. But he's been getting paid 1,000 dinar, and then on Saturday he's only going to get 300 dinar because it's going to be a third of what it is, or even less than that because it's going to be over $4. Now, how is he supposed to go out to the market and no prices change? But he said, but I got more money, but you didn't change the price. So now I can't even afford to buy one loaf of bread when I'm supposed to be able to afford to buy 100 loaves of bread. I said, that don't make sense. How are you going to do that? Well, I'm going to find out. Okay. Because that part was not clicking in my mind how that is going to work without the whole world knowing that they've exchanged their rate. And once they exchange their rate, then all the banks, we got 70, 80 banks right now that handle Dinar, they're going to have the new rate. Because it's going to have to be live for everybody else out there to see. So they can't just pick and choose who they want to exchange at what time, and they're trying to slow down the process, and they're doing this, and anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff that didn't make sense. So I said, no, I mean, that's just creating chaos, what you're telling me. But anyway, we're going to have another call this afternoon, and we're going to see exactly how this is going to.
I could think of a way it could work, but I don't want to come off as a genius or something. So we're going to just wait and see what he says this evening when they get back with us. Then I might be right. Yeah, then I'll tell you. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, after the fact. Okay. But then they're thinking one way, and the bank is clearly telling us something else. Again, they have moved people in locations and doing exchanges, and they're going to bring people in, which they're already doing. But, I mean, I think masses of people, not just people on their list. But they have been paying since Monday. They've been going down their list, paying people cash, $4.43. What?
Your answer just came.
Oh, send it to me then. Let me see. Oh, unless you want to tell it to everybody.
Oh, no. We'll have all the stuff later. Well, you know what? It's kind of what I was. Oh, I'll stop. Okay, let's continue where we are, and I'll get that.
Okay, send it to me. Did you send it? Oh, there we go.
Doing that. Oh, 20 minutes. Hit the wrong person. See, I'm trying to multitask while I'm excited. Normally I multitask when I'm cool, calm, and collected. But it's okay though. Well, the contractor is going to be paid in U.S. dollars. That's how they're going to compensate for that. But I'm still going to send this other stuff over to you.
The contract's going to be paid in U.S. dollars, right?
The contractors, yeah.
Oh, the contractors over there. Oh,
right,
okay.
Over there. Yes, I guess that's how they'll compensate for that change in purchasing power. They just get the U.S. dollars, what it would be equivalent to. So we're good. All right, Sunstar's next question. At this time, should we be concerned on waiting for the new budget to go into the Iraqi Gazette for law?
Evidently not. They're already paying out. So thanks for giving that option. They've already started. So we were seeing things saying that the budget is not yet law. Articles came out today. Said it hasn't been finalized, even though they approved it, everything else, and that is not law yet. Because we don't have it in the Gazette. But I guess it's good enough because this is going on. All right, Ray. So I got to debate that, what you're saying.
Okay. You mean now or later?
No, I mean right now because he's listening because he just sent you those answers. So anyway, that's why I want you to send it to me because I can debate that right now. Because even though it is okay, you guys, hey, stop texting. Everybody just stop texting. Okay.
Me too.
Okay. All right, but
we're having too much fun.
I'm trying to answer some questions for you guys because it's not making sense what's going on. So if they're paying, instead of paying their employees in dinar, they're going to pay them in dollars, Doesn't make sense because dollars are going to be useless when the dinar revalues. Now, right
But
now
if
they
it's on
go
their,
take
but if
those
that dollar
dollars.
amount is that amount is on their card, it will automatically transfer to dinar.
So it's not in dollars.
Wouldn't it? No, but if it's paid in
You
dollars,
understand?
I don't know.
You can't pay me in dollars and my debit card has dinar. How you going to do that?
It just like point of purchase. Once it's put over there, it automatically converts. Just like when you charge something, if we're overseas and we charge something, it's automatically convert. Well, we don't have to be overseas because I bought some stuff here that was actually charged out of the country, and the rate automatically changed for that country's currency.
That's right, because it's out of the country. But now I'm in country. And I got a debit card, and you get ready to give me my paycheck, and you say, hey, I paid you in dollars, but I put it on your debit card. Well, the only thing my debit card registers is dinar.
But if I paid it to your debit card and then it converted, I don't know. See, we're just tossing some ideas around. So,
right, because we're in country. I'm just saying it's not making sense. But anyway, we'll see. That's what I was send it to you because we got to go through the whole
miss when you're not on our intel calls.
For it to make sense.
30,000 of you just listening. See what you missed. But anyway, let's finish up Sunstar. Her last question says, number 3, any news you can share from our Canadian neighbors or any other countries that you receive info from? They're looking good. That's all I can say for the Canadian neighbors.
Okay. They're looking good.
Okay.
So check out that text.
Okay. Papa Smurf says...
So you can read... Mm-hmm.
I did. Okay. I sent you all that I have it now. Papa Smurf says...
I didn't get it.
Many thanks for all you... Okay, well, this showing as having gone through. And it might be a delay because I have all these other lines tied in.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Next question. That's right. I'll take it.
Okay.
Nope, don't have it.
Papa Smurf says, if the ZIM isn't exchanged when we go to the banks, does that affect our opportunity to invest in IMF humanitarian projects? No.
If the ZIM isn't exchanged, does that affect your opportunity to invest in IMF projects?
Right. Yeah, that's
one
the question.
has absolutely nothing to do with the other, guys. You're investing in the IMF project in U.S. dollars after you exchange. One. Go ahead.
If you're only holding 25K dinar in a whole pocket full of ZIM, that's going to affect your opportunity because you won't have enough to do it.
No, hear that. But okay, let me say this real quick about the ZIM. Guys, I sent you guys Bloomberg put out that note. Maybe they know something we don't know. So there was a contract and an agreement with the ZIM. And what could very well happen, we discussed this morning, that could go to court and they make a decision. And then those ZIM notes that are worthless today will be worth millions and millions tomorrow whenever it was settled. So that could be 3 months, 4 months down the road. It could be a year. If they're not good now, do not throw them away because it hasn't been finalized yet. Okay? You still could be holding millions of dollars. So hold it. Okay.
Definitely. Do not get rid of them. Real Money for Us says, how long can the RV be held up now that the budget is complete? Well, okay, going to the next one. Charlie OK says, will there be a call Friday or only if warranted? There's going to be a call Friday, one way or the other. It's going to be warranted. They're going to have some type of information for you, either some pre-RV information or some post-RV information. JoJo.
Yeah, the real question should have been, is there going to be a call tomorrow? But we'll see. All right.
Hey, that might even happen. Okay, JoJo says, do we have to have gifting letters for our friends who paid for their own currency but had it sent to my house because they ordered their currency under my name? Now, that's a little tricky because they paid for it. They ordered it under your name, but they paid for it. So I think you would be in error giving somebody a gifting letter for something they really paid for. It wasn't a gift. They just ordered it in your name. And there's documentation that you can provide to them if they need proof of purchase, even though it's in your name, even as far as an affidavit, if it has to go that far, that explains just that they bought it with their own money. They just had it sent to your house under your name and your mailing address. But I think you would be in error if you tried to give a gifting letter for that, unless, because you didn't use your money to buy the currency. They used their money and just put it in your name. That's my thought on that. Tony?
My thought on that is you're doing something crooked. You're trying to be sneaky, and now you're about to get caught doing what you're doing. How come he didn't buy it in his own name? How come he didn't show you, the money? Can you show where he wired it to your account, transferred to your account, or do you have a check that he gave you and said, this is to pay for the money so we can get it together? If not, why did I buy money and have it sent to your house? I don't want to, answer any of those kind of questions. I'm going to go ahead and gift this to him, and it's going to be over with, personally. Now, if you want to do something else, depends on how much it is, how complicated it gets. But right now, it sounds like to me you're trying to circumvent somebody, and now you're about to put your head on the chopping block. But, okay. What's next?
Well, that could be where someone doesn't want their spouse to know that they're buying currency, so they have to buy it in somebody else's name and have it sent somewhere else so that they can like, hey, honey, surprise, look what I did, post-RV.
Yeah, so they can say, honey, I'm leaving you and I don't have nothing because it belongs to John. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
and then you caught up in court. No. Okay. Good.
Okay. Nicole 19 says, even now, banks are warning people not to use ATM cards if possible. Use a credit card. There are fewer safety devices in an ATM card compared to a credit card. They can drain your account easier and you have no recourse. If you use an ATM card, link it to a small separate account. Okay, I thought there was a question in here somewhere. So that was a PSA from Nicole. You can check with your banks, folks.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Because, all right. So is March 1 is the traditional date.
Transition.
Well,
we're supposed to be transition date.
Okay. All right, so we're going to have to ask it. So you're telling me, I'm talking to him because he's listening. So you're telling me that they're going to try and do this thing that I'm not telling them about for the whole month of February is what you're telling me, and then transition over. Now, is that what you're trying to tell me? So I need to wait till he answers that. Because if it is, then I'm going to tell him. Oh, wait, he's checking on it. Hold it, wait a minute. Now he said he's checking on it. All right. I'm not trying to put out no bad information. That's what it says. So, all right. Mm-hmm. So I think you got this thing right. All right. Contractors are currently paying in U.S. dollars. Once this conversion goes over, though, they're supposed to pay in Dinar, which is worse. Right now, U.S. dollars are great.
Oh, yeah.
They get to go and get it. But once they switch over, they're supposed to pay in Dinar because the rate has changed. And if the market doesn't change with it, that doesn't work.
So apparently, instead of this February 2nd thing, it's been moved to March 1 for the new pay.
Well, I don't know.
The new pay scale.
That's what.
All right. All right.
Oh, did you get that already?
No, that was my thought.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm waiting for the answer to that because then I'm gonna say something else. All right, sorry.
We're in a debate, folks, and I'm the guy on the side.
All right, I'm sorry. We're actually doing this with you guys on live, but if I actually brought him onto the call, which I don't even know if he would come onto the call, it would be so confusing for you guys because we go through so much before we can get to the actual point. With them trying to explain it and the BIS and international settlements and what the Pentagon wants to do, and now even this, what the White House has changed because they think we're doing it all wrong. Or they think they were doing it all wrong. I just cannot believe.
Yeah, I was right in my thought. But anyway.
You were?
Yeah, this one time I was.
All right, let me give that some thought.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Go on to. All right.
You remember the member One Eye Rose from the last call, and you asked what kind of name was that?
Yeah, she got left eye or right eye.
Okay. Just wanted to let you know that One Eye Rose, my name has a Greek origin meaning to dream. And she says, I do have two eyes, Tony. Okay. Coffee says, what does Tony mean about getting more dollars?
Oh, when I say just get more dollars?
Right.
Just invest your money into things to make more money. That's all. Now, up until this point, or even today, right now, because it hasn't gone, I'd be out trying to buy all the dong there is out there I can buy. Especially if I know he said $1.37 is what it's at. I can't find out what the guy got this morning, but trust me, I'll be out buying all I can buy right now. This thing's getting ready to happen, or it's already happening. And by the weekend, a lot of people should have a lot of money, I think. Now, I gotta go over this, what we just got. So I'm still trying to think about it while we're doing the call, because I haven't seen it anywhere. First time I got this information, and if what he's telling us that I'm not telling you guys, that I want to make sure first, could drag it out. I mean, somebody's going to get paid every day from now. From now on, somebody's going to get paid every day until it goes live. So, all right. So let me ask this question then. So this date that you gave me, you're saying now is the Forex date. Because then I'm going to understand it. If not, we still got to talk. So is that the 4X date? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, go ahead, Ray. Let's wait to get the answer.
We're still going to have to talk anyway, because I have some questions. I have about 7. So, and I won't do those up here. So we'll talk later this evening, I'm sure. But I'll give you that answer.
Yeah, let me get the answer to that. Because he's still listening. Because he's a friend. Yeah. All right, let's take another question while we're waiting, though.
Okay, a slew of questions just came in when I refreshed the screen. I just read over several of those. Guys, we're not going to tell you the name of the banks. Do not go to any banks today. We already told you people are being contacted. So this is not a call to order to contact any banks, go to any banks, etc. Sit, chill, wait. When it's our turn, we will know it's our turn. And when we get more information, we will let you know that. But don't go off half-cocked, getting yourself into trouble, doing things you shouldn't be doing. We don't have any official 800 number information yet. When we get that, we will share that with you. And let me take another question while I wait for Tony's answer. Omnivores, have you heard anything from Reno? No, we have not personally heard anything from Reno. Luna Azel says, I want to create a foundation and align myself with charities. Will a bank accept those intentions to receive the contract rate? No. So, guys, forget about business plans and charities and stuff when you go to do your exchange. We have never received any information that indicated that's going to make a difference in what you receive. We have not. I know you hear that stuff from other folks, but and the banking people that we've talked to have never indicated anything like that or that they even have people trained for such a thing. Toby for fun. I live overseas. When I pay with my U.S.-based credit card, it automatically converts the local currency into USD. Okay. So that's about what we were saying earlier. Salty Dog says, will there still be exchange centers?
Yes. The banks are setting up right now. I told you guys that on Monday's call. And I know right now they were staffing the offices and locations as of yesterday. And again, I am waiting for an update from them for today. But on Monday, they had picked the office managers, and they notified them that this was supposed to go on Wednesday or Thursday. Tuesday and Wednesday, they were staffing those locations and getting the people ready. So here's Wednesday. It was supposed to go or had a possibility of being at midnight last night. It didn't. So we're going to see. So I said, okay. So I will tell you guys this. I wasn't going to say it. So that means midnight tonight because it has to be done tomorrow. But it doesn't because I said the markets. They're not going to disrupt the markets. They're not going to do it in the middle of the market. I'll tell you guys, that never made sense to me. But they're telling me that the markets have already switched over, and they're already doing their exchanges at the new rates. So they wouldn't be caught in the middle of a transaction. So this could go at any time. I tell you, bank already called this morning to get everything together. The next phone call, I want you to get here as fast as you can because it's about to happen. Each bank has been authorized to release so far, but they get to pick the moment that they're going to release and engage. They don't all have to do it at the same time. It makes sense for them to, but there's nothing holding them to that. And that's why they're doing what they're doing now, calling their employees whenever they say, okay, enough of that, let's go do this, then they're going to switch it over. So we'll see. All right, Fred.
Okay, we're going to go to some live callers.
Okay.
That's it for the ones on the board, and then you can review your response. 951, area code, you are on.
Good afternoon, good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, sir.
Hey, Tony, question for you. It's a great day. Is there any way that maybe you could ask a little bit more clarification from the banks if the 2008-2009 AA's are going to be redeemed? Is there any way that you could maybe get that for the next call and we could maybe get some updates from you on that?
Well, they already told me yesterday that that's what they're paying out on because they said those are the only ones in the U.S. But
okay.
That's what the bank is saying they're going to do. That's why I said they told me that if they do that, they're going to eat it because they're supposed to send them in for verification before they pay them out, so somebody can tell them, no, we're not doing those. Now, again, we got that, when the call was going on. We went over it. Again,
right. Okay.
I got 2008, 2009 from the Treasury. That's who told me these are the notes you have to have. Again, we discussed this morning, there's still some legal deliberation going on around those notes. And in 4 months, 6 months, a year from now, they could be worth millions of dollars. So don't throw them away.
Correct. Good advice. Yeah, that sounds good. And then one other thing I wanted to ask you guys was about procedure now with the 800 numbers. Do you think that if it goes tomorrow, the UST is going to be the one to release the 800 numbers, and then you release it to us? The United States Treasury going to be doing that, or is it going to be individual banks, or how is that? What is your thought process on that?
I'm thinking that has been the plan for years. But now somebody, let me see how it was put to me so I can give it to you guys the right way. Okay. It says most of the bullshit is coming out of the sewer connection to a certain white building because they're trying to change everything here at the last minute. So
okay,
things are being changed as we speak, but again, we want to wait until after the call this evening and verify things and with the bank because I don't want you guys getting upset. But he is confirming what I don't want to tell you because I don't want to tell you because I don't like it. Anyway, no.
Okay.
I've been saying I don't like it because they.
All right. Well then. I mean, it's a great, and I guess we expect some confusion, right? I mean, this is not going to be a smooth thing. There's going to be a few bumps along the road, and which means to me is that this thing is going to take off here in the next day or two, and we're off and running, and that's our goal. So we maybe hit a couple bumps or not, but I mean, I think we're in great shape, and I appreciate you guys giving us that information, and we'll look maybe possibly for a call tomorrow. Then is that correct?
Yeah, I'm going to say this while they listen, though. And
okay.
And if you guys know, if you don't see me no more, some black vans pull up. I did it for you. Okay.
hey, Tony, appreciate all your efforts, man. No, go ahead.
Because it's going to create some chaos. I don't like the fact that they are intentionally trying to slow the process, and they're kind of picking and choosing in the way that they're doing it. I understand for the first 48 hours, 72 hours, but what I'll tell you guys is trying to extend it, and if they do that, then we got to do something. I just can't let them do what they're trying to do, especially if they think they already gave away all the contract rates, which is not what we agreed on. And then the fact that they're trying to drag it out just because it's to their benefit. Well, for 10 years it's been to their benefit, and we had a good plan. But let me see. What I want to do is I know what I'm being told right now, and I know what they want in the bank, and I want to talk to the bank people after this call because they're actually waiting for me to call them. And then let's see what they're being instructed to do, and then I need to see what happens tomorrow. And then I'll probably just tell you guys everything on Friday, and we'll just let it go. Is that fair?
Okay.
That's fair.
Hey, that sounds good. No, I appreciate that. And what's your gut say? Do you think it's going to be flipped here in a couple of days? I mean, from what you know, or is it still a big, huge question in your crystal ball there?
My gut tell me is they're trying to manipulate the system right now because that's what they're doing, and it should be released tomorrow. It should be released tomorrow. Now, articles in the news and everything is saying March for a reason, especially what he's telling me, because I got to put those two together. They want things to happen in March with the ministers of government. A lack of saying what he's saying today. You know, everything's being held up because of that, which we know it is not. First of all, that
Correct.
was just supposed to be a smoke screen so they could get it out without the public knowing it, and then on the second start paying, which it still could be. But I don't like the way our banks are trying to say, well, we want this much time before we have to deal with the public. And right now that's what they're saying. We want this much time to take care of our priority guys before we let the rest of the public in. It was supposed to be 72 hours, and they're trying to extend that. That's the part I don't like. But I want to get it right from the banks first. If they've already been told that would be their procedure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that sounds.
All right,
well, I appreciate the information. You guys have a good day. Take care.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, thanks.
312 area code. You are on.
Good afternoon, Mr. Raymond. How are you?
Hey, it's you. I'm fantabulous to the nth degree.
Your worst
yourself?
nightmare, but we'll deal with that later. I'm good. How are you, Tony?
Hey, you want some cheese to go with that wine?
No, I don't want no
What, Ray?
cheese to go with that wine. He's messing with me. Don't pay him no attention. Don't pay him no attention. Tony, I'm glad you're super fantastic. I'm glad you calm your nerves and did whatever you had to do to calm yourself down. Temporarily, because I know you've been about to be lit it back up once you talk to your folks and hear what you don't want to hear.
I don't want to hear it. I'm telling you. I don't want to hear it. Anyway.
I know.
Now, regardless,
I know.
guys, whether I want to hear it or not, everybody's still getting paid. So don't worry about
Yeah.
that part. But I don't think it's fair what we've all been working for and did and we agreed to for this administration just decide, I don't care what they said. It's like so many other times he don't care. Now he's just going to change everything. So now it is affecting us, you know,
Right.
and it's consistent. I don't want to get politics, but it's anyway
Yeah.
consistent. They've been doing, changing every other agreement that was made, and now, but we don't have to stand for it. That's what we don't have to do. So.
Understandable.
Okay, what's your question?
Well, my question is no longer valid because of the information you brought out today. So my new question is, it was just a question about the GCR and how it, something like that. But anyway, so the guy that get paid today, do you know what currencies he exchanged? Dinar and Zim and anything else?
I didn't, and I was waiting for that. I mean, we just talked about the Dinar, that's all. And I did it while our song was playing, so I was trying to get back to you guys. I said, they probably think I got disconnected or something. So I actually had them on the phone right at that time, so I just took the information, and I said, I'll call you back as soon as I get done with the call. So then I'll get, better details.
Right. Well, it kind of sounds like what the banks are trying to do. We went through that before 3 or 4 years ago when they did the friends and family. It sounds like the same thing that they're doing again. They're going to get their folks through. How is
That's what it
different
sounds
from then?
like.
And why should we have to go through that again?
Yeah. But supposedly it's not their folks, it's their clients, which is still
Same
their
thing.
folks. They get all their
Same
money.
thing. It still ain't me.
Yeah. That's right. It still ain't you.
The same
ain't
thing.
me.
Well, that's your
Wow.
fault. You didn't open a safety deposit box. I told
That's
you to.
true. You did not. You expressly said, don't let your deny your hands out your sight. You did not need it. You see what I have to put up with, Tony. You see. You feel my pain. You feel me.
Yes, I do. I feel your pain. Okay.
Next.
Oh, yeah, I know. So that's really like I said, my original question. I'm not even gonna go there, but the markets. Now you said the markets are already trading at the new rate. What markets? Are you talking about the Iraqi market? It couldn't be Forex and stuff here, could it?
No. When I say markets, I'm talking about global markets.
Global, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So, the Chicago Mercantile. Okay. They trade commodities and fruits and vegetables.
Right.
When I say markets, that's what I mean. What they're doing globally, and our global traders that trade for the country. I tell you guys we have 5 on, so he's saying they've already switched over because you can't do it in the middle of one of their transactions. It doesn't make sense. So,
okay.
So now, I have somebody at CMI. So again, I'm waiting to confirm that.
You want me to go down there and ask them? It's right down the street. Even at minus 20 degrees,
please.
I'll go down there and ask them.
Please. Go down there and kick it.
Hey, Tony said.
Yeah.
Oh, all right then, gentlemen. Oh, well, we've warmed up.
Alrighty.
It's now a negative 13, not negative 22. We've warmed up a little bit.
All right.
Springtime.
All right, then.
Hey.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Well, have a great day. We'll be waiting for you to make the phone call this evening, and hopefully we will have a call tomorrow with some extraordinary good news. If not, we'll wait till Friday. Thank you so much for all you do.
All right.
Okay, thank you. 347
Okay,
area
Ray.
code. You were on.
Ray.
Oh, yes.
No, I'll just tell you, go find CIA because she's going to ask some questions to everybody. We only got 20 minutes. Is she close enough? We'll do this call, but if you
We'll get her.
enough,
I'll get her in.
let her wait.
I don't even know if she might not even be on this call. You know,
all right.
she has some cats and stuff that she deals with. But anyway, 347, you're on.
Hey, what's going on, Ray? How you doing today?
Hey, I'm fantabulous to the nth degree. And yourself?
I can't complain. Tony, how you doing today?
I'm super fantastic, man. You?
All right. I can't complain, man. I can't complain. I heard, well, my questions have been answered, but I heard you say 2 words and then you stopped. You said no limitations. Now, my question is, no limitations on the amount that we can exchange, or please finish the phrase that you started with the 2 words, no limitations.
No limitations on the amount you can exchange. There are none.
Okay. So did you hear anything about structured payouts? If I walk in there with $1 billion plus, is you saying there's no limitations, no stipulations as of right now?
Okay. There are some structured payouts, but they asked me not to tell you. So how did that work out?
I'm going to have to find some people to help do this, or what? What I got to do, man?
Oh, my God. No, they want to do that individually with people as they come through the exchange. So I only told you half of it, so they can't get mad at me. I know they're still listening. But I wasn't supposed to tell you guys that part. That's why. So just
all right,
go
well,
in
listen,
there.
you know, Ray, give Tony my number so he can give me a call later. That's all I can say about that, because I mean, some of us really need to know. So I guess we're in a holding pattern.
Look, let me put it this way. And anybody they have to negotiate a structured payout with got billions of dollars, so they don't really need to know till they walk in that office.
Okay.
Because nobody's spending $1 billion next week, right?
That's right.
So you sit down and you work it out. But some people are going to get structured payouts. That's all. Okay.
All right. Well, I'll bow out, and y'all have a good one. Thanks for everything, and we'll see you on the other side.
All right. Thanks. Man.
Okay.
All right now.
It looks like those will be at the bank's discretion. So, and CIA fooled me. I was looking for the other number. 865. You're on.
Hello.
Be next. Anyway.
Anyway, so you didn't have to go to the bottom of the line. So thank you for taking my call. Yes, I do have just a couple of questions and clarifications. And thank yous as well. Ray, appreciate all the updates that you had put in on the reminder calls for this morning. But I was questioning, there had been some question on the ALACs, whether or not ALAC in Iraq may be comparable to Smiths and Jones here in the U.S., whether or not the ALAC that was referenced, of course, one of them is a CBI governor, and there's another individual that's high up in there, also spelled the same way. Is this the same individual who was coming back on and saying concerned about the cabinet selections, or was it also the CBI governor? Has there been any clarification on that?
Is what the same individual?
The ALAC information that we were getting, I was posting that this morning, what was on Iraqi TV about ALAC, and so he wants to distinguish if it was all the same ALAC from CBI. And
not that it's necessarily critical, but it's just, the CIA wants to know. Catnip in action would like to know on that one. So let me go on with other questions.
What they reported to us that it was the same ALAC, CBI.
It was the same ALAC.
That I shared this morning. Yes.
Okay, appreciate that clarification. Also, the individual that was able to be exchanged today at that 443 rate, given not a contract rate, what about the situation with NDA? I would take it that NDAs are not going to be required. Is that trying to make some lemonades out of the lemons, that there won't be NDAs?
No NDAs if there's no contract rate.
Okay. Right. Okay. And then we learn all of the things that we have learned on leveraging and everything else. We could end up coming out with far more than the 2850. Ha, ha, ha. So let's always take it from the positive side. From the standpoint of the banks, given everything that you have given us thus far, how are the banks? How would you put them in terms of their status alert?
They are there. They were staffing up.
High alert, would you put it?
I would. Just the fact that they were making phone calls this morning telling people the next call, I need you here. So they're on high alert, ready to go, and are doing just what we said, contacting their list of people, saying, getting ready to come in here. This is it.
Super. Well, again, appreciate it. I really liked your opening comments. Today is the day we have been waiting for. For others, it'll be tomorrow. Even if we end up being the others and it ends up being tomorrow, this is a great time. And 10 days from whenever this is, we'll wait for your giving us exactly that 10-day mark. But that's when our TNT Superfantastic Pay It Forward project will be, and we're sure looking forward to that. And, falling in mid-February, that's rather apropos as well with Valentine's Day and, helping others and the like. So that's great. And we appreciate all your nuggets of information, guys. Thank you ever so much. 865/404. Signing off.
Okay.
Well, I hope it is Valentine's Day because money is my sweetheart.
Green.
That's right.
Appreciate it. Thanks again, guys.
All righty.
Have a great one. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. 281, you are on.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Fantabulous. Can you hold on for a second?
To the nth degree.
Right, before we get started, I'm sorry. I'm super fantastic, but let me put this out here because we getting again, that banks reserve the right to structure the payout. So it's between each bank how they're going to structure it based on the amount that you have. But probably 90% of you guys won't have to worry about it, I don't think. It's really going to be for the bigger or larger amounts. And, again, the Zim doesn't go. That means even less people have to worry about, because they're worried about, people getting billions, and they think some people are going to make $8-9 billion out of this, and they're going to structure their payouts, I can tell you. So, okay, I just wanted to get that out the way. So, I'm super fantastic. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Hey, Mr. Ray, how are you?
Hey, fantabulous, sir, to the nth degree.
Great. I was gonna say, hey, if ACIA hadn't came on, skip me and find her, so she was gonna ask my questions. But Tony, you actually answered 800 number, because I was wanting to know actually how that's going to go, from this point, of everything going. And I wanted to ask a little bit more about the Dome, but you gave the rates on that, and then you've answered some of my questions. So I just wanted to say that you had really answered it, because I was really concerned about the 800 numbers. And then, but will you let us know more about if there is going to be a contract rate or not? You're going to find out more about that, though, right?
I'm going to ask exactly what the banks are doing, even though this guy was at the bank this morning and they told him no contract rate, which I don't like hearing. But I got to get my other bank sources, too, and our committee guy said no contract rate, which I didn't like them being on the same page. And then we have to decide what we're going to do about it, because I don't think this administration, probably like everybody else, had the right to do away with something we had agreed upon to make this whole thing happen. So I'm going to have to give some serious thought to that, and what we do. Because whatever we do, ultimately, I know it's going to come down on me, but anyway, we'll see. Okay?
But once we get the 800 numbers and we call in and we tell them what we have, then they will give us, though, what's going to be posted, the 443 and the Dawn at 130 something, or in between that. So that's what they'll be giving us if we don't have a contract rate.
They're going to be giving you that current day's rate whenever you make your appointment. So I don't know what that day is going to be. Now, right now it's a static rate because it's not on the boards. So tomorrow should be the same. The day after that should be the same rate, as long as it is a static rate. So once it hits 4X, then that rate should go up and down and sideways. Now, that's what should happen, typically. He did say that he thought that the rate was going to go down as more people got involved, because they were paying out $4.44 on Tuesday. So it only has gone down, a penny in 2 days. We're over here because the guy got $4.43 this morning.
Okay. Well, I appreciate all of that, and all I can say is me and the prayer warriors going to get to praying like we've been doing, and we're looking, and I know a lot of people on here. What really is good for me is that I know that it is a lot of people that is really hoping and praying for this to be finished, and so tonight is a prayer night. We're going to be praying tonight that we go to the bank by this weekend.
That's right.
So you all have a great day. Stay calm, Tony. If you have to, hey, when I used to smoke, it used to take me calm. So smoke you a cigar and just say, I'm going with it. Y'all have a great afternoon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr.
209 area code. You are on.
Hi guys, I'm gonna
Hi.
skip all the chitty chat and get right to the point. One, do all banks know now, or just a few?
Oh, you don't want to say hello to us first? Okay.
Well, I want somebody else to get on the call.
All that.
No. Had us thinking we were important at one time. Okay.
Well, you are, but I just want to give other people a time to get on the call before you cut us off. So I skipped all the
I'm
chitty chat.
just having fun with you. Go ahead.
Okay. Do all the banks know now, or just a few?
All the banks might know, but they still haven't notified all the branches or all the people yet until they're ready to go.
So as soon as they're ready to go,
you
all
can't walk
banks
up
will
to
know.
a teller and get it done. No. Do what?
So when this goes, all branches will know when this goes.
Well, yeah, when it goes on 4X, everybody will know.
Okay. You already answered one question about the mandate exchange, and you weren't sure if you did the dong or zam. But because you're talking about waiting for the rate to go up, if we have to wait because of the contract, can we go ahead and exchange dong because it's exchangeable, or zam, and then go buy our more dinar and not exchange dinar?
You could do that. That'll show them up. That's right.
Pardon? That will what?
I said, that'll show them. If nobody goes and exchanges their dinar until the rate goes up, so exchange everything else, and we'll wait till the hedge funds and everybody else pushes the rate up to $8, and then everybody makes their appointment, right?
Okay, so are you saying that's a good thing to do, or just putting it out there?
I'm just putting it out there that
Okay.
those who can, that is a very good, viable plan. If I had $1 million dong and they're going to give me $1.50 or $1.37, whatever, and I got $1.5 million, I don't really have to do my dinar today, do I?
No.
That's
I like
right.
that.
So I can
Okay.
sit on it, wait and watch it go up, and let the hedge funds get in and let it blow up, and then say, okay, I'm ready. Since you're not giving me the contract rate and you're not negotiating with the rate, I'll do it on my own.
Okay, that kind of answers my next question. The other question I had, at one time we were told when we went in to do the exchange that we could, this is going back about 4 or 5 years ago, that when we went to do the exchange, we were to do it with one account and then immediately close that account and then open other accounts. Is that still applicable?
Yeah, I told you guys that for security reasons. If you don't want whoever you're doing the exchange to have your account information, whoever the teller is, that you want to do it with your wealth manager, move all my money over to this account, because now the only one this bank knows is me and you, then I don't have to worry about it if I want that security. And then I'm getting me a laptop and putting my bank on it, and I'm never going anywhere but to that bank account because I don't want viruses, and I'm not opening my emails on this computer, nothing. The only place it goes is to that bank account, so I can feel more secure about it.
Okay, so I heard you right. We open the account, but then when we go to our wealth manager is when we close that account and open the other account. We don't do it that very day.
I want to move it over. And he says,
okay.
Oh, you don't have to do that. We're secure and we're this and that. And say, yeah, I know. That's why you just paid that $1 billion fine for ripping people off. So move my money over.
Okay. And at the exchange, say, I'm going over some old notes, so forgive me. At the exchange, and you don't have a trust, so you exchange in your own name, then you convert it over to trust when you've gotten one. Is that still non-taxable?
I don't know. That's a Ray question.
Yeah, the exchange is non-taxable.
But because I
in
didn't
the
have
first
a trust
place.
at that
From
time.
one account with another is
Well,
contact.
yes, the last information we received, 50 million would be. And since a lot of you are not going to be exchanging Zim now, you're not going to be $50 million people, so you'll be okay.
Okay, but if you are a $50 million person, then what?
Pay the tax on it that you're dumping in the trust.
Okay.
Or if the trust keeps it, if the trust doesn't want to keep it, it can give it away and not pay the tax on it.
Okay. And then on last call, Monday, you guys...
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Wait a minute. Okay. So now somebody got $60 million, and they go and exchange it in their name. And then the day after that, they want to put it in their trust, and it's ABC Trust. So $60 million goes over to ABC Trust, and instead of having no tax on it, now they got to pay 50% in tax because that's the tax.
39%.
Yeah, okay.
39% on the $10 million.
California got 11% added on to that, and then you got the Obama tax. So it actually comes out to 52%.
Okay. On the $10 million.
On the 10 million.
Right. And
okay.
that's if the trust keeps it.
So I lost $5 million just because I wanted to go from my name to the trust. Cost me $5 million.
Okay,
no.
So if you haven't got a trust set up, then it's to your advantage just to keep it in your name is what you're saying.
Yeah, somebody's listening to me, so out of these 30,000 people, we're good.
Okay, go ahead.
Because obviously you two are not, but it's all right.
No, I heard what you said. If I had $60 million, out of that $60 million, I could put $50 million in the trust and not be taxed on, but I'd be taxed on the $10 million at 39%. Correct?
If it keeps it.
Okay. And then on Monday's call, I went back into the forum trying to look for the teaching you had on lost opportunities, and I could not find it. Is there a date on that? Because I couldn't find it. I withdrew all 20 pages.
I parked it on the internet. You ready? I'll give you the web address.
Okay, I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. B
yes.
as in Bravo. IT.ly/paying, that's PAYING, with cash. No spaces.
Okay.
So it's that's it. bit.ly/paying with cash.
Okay.
Put that in the URL, hit send, and that page pops up, and you can just print it out.
Okay. I thought I had printed it at one time, but I couldn't find it. Like I said, I'm going over 5 years of notes, and I just couldn't find it. I believe that's all I have.
Okay. Yep. We only got 1 minute left, so I need to say bye.
No, we're good.
Thank you, guys.
We're good.
Thank you. And
I bought us a little extra time.
Oh,
okay.
Somebody was texting me telling me we only had 1 minute. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Who's running this call, me or them?
Okay, one last thing then. You said be ready to go. Your banker said be ready to go ASAP. So if we have it, we're to have it on hand because all mine's in the safety deposit box. And I heard you say, Ray, get it out of the safety deposit box. Correct?
Yeah, because you don't know what time they're going to call. I mean, they may call you 7 o'clock at night and say, come on in, let's get this done. And your bank is closed and your money's sitting in the safe deposit box.
Okay, I'm going to the bank as soon as the call is over with. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate everything you've done. God bless.
All right. Yeah,
all right.
Guys,
bye.
I mean, he
Bye-bye.
at 7 o'clock this morning and did his. So, I mean, if his money was sitting somewhere else or whatever in a bank that he couldn't get to at 7 o'clock in the morning, he would have missed out on getting paid this morning. So, okay, Ray, what we doing?
Okay, next caller, we can get another one. 713 area code, you're on.
Hey, Ray, Tony, how y'all doing?
Hey, fantabulous to the nth degree.
That's what I wanted to hear. All right, so I want to make it quick. You've answered a lot of my questions, but you said in the past that the dong would come out. It said, 47 cents, and now, you're saying $1.32, $1.37, something like that. So obviously 47 cents is out the window, but with no contract, who knows if that's going to happen or not. But does that mean, do you think it's going to obviously go higher on Forex? What's your gut on what we can try and expect on that?
I don't see the same excitement in the world as it was with the Dinar, though. There's for enough people to know about it and be excited about going to get that. So I'm not going to play with it because I don't know. I'm going to go with the rate and the contract rate, ask for the contract rate. But if there isn't one, you can still do the same thing. You can watch it, see if it goes up. I mean, it could possibly go down, too. Or
right, that's the gamble.
You could just, go ahead and get it and ride the Dinar. Double dip, like we said on the last call. You got millions and millions of dollars. Go do that.
Yeah, go buy some Dinar if the rate is at with the 443 or whatever, and then watch that happen.
That's right.
Okay, all right. The rest of my questions are pretty much good. As far as the 800 number, that kind of thing, when you get that, how are you getting that to us? Is it going to be? Are you going to have a call? Are you going to tweet it out? Just so we can look for that?
Well, we're going to have a call. We're going to post it. We can post it if we get it. And if they decide to do something else, which hopefully we will know this evening, that they started doing on Tuesday, see how long this actual process is, then we'll let you know that too.
Okay, because, that was my other thing, was it sounds like they're trying to stagger things and just take it slow.
Ray, you can't hear. You can't hear the noise in the background. All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
It sounds to me like they're trying to stagger all this, stagger how they're paying people and bringing people in, instead of having it all mad rush at one time. Is that what it sounded like to you? Is that what I'm getting from what you were saying and what you don't want to tell us? Now, I don't want you to get you in trouble, but it's kind of what I'm getting from what you were saying, is that they're trying to stagger things.
They are indeed trying to do that, or that's the plan right at this moment, is what's being told. But they're picking and choosing, and I don't like that. I mean,
right.
I might like it if they pick me, but right now I don't like it.
Well, me too. Me too.
Oh, yeah.
I will too, but I want it to be fair and good for everybody.
Yeah, but they're doing it. Let me tell you guys something. They're doing it. Okay, so they've been doing it since Tuesday. So what I don't like is what I'm hearing is the length of time that they want to do it before they open it up to everybody. So I'm not particularly pissed about that. But
can you talk about how long that length of time is, or you can't say that yet? Okay. All right. That's fine.
I was going to say, yeah, I could, but we're waiting for what happens this evening. And that's why I said I didn't want to bring you guys all that stuff, because then we're going to have to do something else. Because now that everybody knows the rates, you can sell your cars, houses, boats, and buy as much as you can, because now we know. And again, we're tracking the transactions, and we can still make a couple $1 billion out of this. And I'll explain to you how to do it. Okay?
So we'll look for a possible call tomorrow, and definitely one on Friday. I don't want to keep y'all any longer. I will see you in Vegas. I will be the one walking up to both of you with a bottle of Louis the Tray for each of you for all you've done.
All right.
Hey,
I hope you like Louis the Tray.
I want you to bring 2 bottles of Louis, but know they both go to me because he don't drink. So,
all right. Okay, well, then I'll bring you 2. All right, but if I bring you 2, I get 1 drink out of one of them.
Absolutely. We're going to open it right then.
Hey, there's a first time for everything.
All right. Fellas, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. All right, sir. Let's wrap this one up. Put it on the shelf.
All right, guys. It's an interesting day. We were looking for something Wednesday, Thursday. Didn't quite get what we wanted, but it is here. Even though it's a trickle and it's a slow drip, it's happening. We know people it's happening with. We know what the plan is. We're not 100% in agreement with the plan. And again, I had some additional questions. They're going to go back and discuss it today, and hopefully we'll get a call this afternoon. So we may do a call tomorrow, just to let you guys know. We're definitely going to have one Friday, one way or another. But we may do a call tomorrow. I want to go back to the bank. I know, again, they're staffing their offices, started yesterday. They're there today, and they're calling people and see exactly what they're being told the procedure is going to be also. And then we'll get together and we'll formulate a plan here to make it as smooth a transition as we can, first of all, and get as many people paid as we can, first of all. And then if we have to go back and fight about the contract rate, at least everybody have money in their pocket and somebody can get Tony out of jail. But we'll do it. Okay? All right, Ray.
Okay. That's going to do it for us today for Hump Day Wednesday. And like we said, if something happens, we need to reconvene tomorrow, we'll let you know. If not, we'll be back Friday with something. Either it be pre or post. It'll still be something.